Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Oh no, this does... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Manchester United! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So, a breakthrough already. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Quarter of an hour played. And that's a good ball. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Vieira. Jorginho. Raul.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Manchester United looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Jorginho. Now Mbappe. Now it's Owen. Cafu. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Saka. Darren Fletcher. And Adams. Vieira, a player of legendary status.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
A probing pass. And that's a dangerous ball. He can get that clear. And he's there to retrieve it. Ronaldinho. Saka.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's found the way through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Tries to pass it through. Now that is a hefty challenge. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Cafu. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Raul. Now it's Pelé. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through? Now that looks a decent ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that's gone loose. Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Cafu. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Cafu. Jorginho. And he's managed to get free. And he's there to belt it away. And now they can clear their lines. And the keeper's got it again. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu, looking to go deep. And back out it comes. Nicely aimed pass. And the counter is on. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he can clear it away. Oh, what has happened? And Owen! It's a goal! AC Milan are all square. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Number 9.
And the keeper's given it away. And he shoots! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Tries to play it through. And that's it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Rijkaard.
Playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, this is the...
Bellingham! He's had it taken off him. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And no, that was never going to make it. Jorginho.
Rijkaard.
And this is Owen. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Jorginho! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Jorginho. Bellingham. Now it's Villa. Schneider. David Villa. To Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Well read, nice interception. Schneider. Aimed beyond the defence.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Cafu. Now that looks a decent ball. Cafu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Rijkaard. Bergomi.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Chance, surely! David Villa. And here's Owen. And he's surging through. Schneider. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better.
Rijkaard.
And it's Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Played out wide. Costa Curta. David Villa. And he's taking no chances there. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And a quick reminder today
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Rijkaard gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking.
It's a mighty effort! Cleared without complication. Searching pass he's played there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Vinicius Junior, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vinicius Junior.
Pretty robust defending.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
So, another set play. Always going over the top.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Some really good ball movement. Chouameni gets across to intercept that. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. And still, we await the first breakthrough. He's in space and looking for options. And he's cut it out. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's been shifted off it. Owen. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball...
Owen! And Owen! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, it's fallen loose again! Skims one in. David Villa, and the pass is intercepted. Oh, what a ball! Chance for a shot! He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Dealing with the pressure. 1-0, never any doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Substitution for Milan, number 21. Owen.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 15.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, been awarded the penalty is one thing now, but finding the net under so much pressure at this stage of affairs is another. So a big well done from me, certainly, for him keeping a cool head.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue... Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. In for the pieces! Should have equalised.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Al Hilal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
It's played through for him. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And it's Jorginho. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. Last chance, perhaps. Good take, and it shoots! Goal! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Well, it's an inspired son. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Milan have been handed a game-changing chance. He'll know exactly where he wants to put it. Goal, Milan! Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
It looks to be the correct call, Peter, and in the circumstances it really had to be.
Neatly clipped into space. Haaland! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. In towards the back stick. Keeper has taken... And he'll shoot here! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Cafu...
And that's that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
We are glad to inform you that today's match day programs are available from stands located by the gates. I'm sure they will make fine souvenirs.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's down to business here.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
Cafu, looking to play him in, thinks about the shot. Chance, surely! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Azar. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gabriel.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Owen. Jorginho is always looking to break lines. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Dixon. Jordan Henderson. That's a little off target. That's a good ball. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Aubameyang. And here's Aubameyang. Ruminate. Chance for a shot! Hangs one in. Header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Aubameyang actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bergomi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bergomi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, well played, well played. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
And a quick announcement today.
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution.
And we are back on the way. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Owen. Now it's Pele. Ah, that's a fine interception. Cruyff. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Cruyff. Out towards the flank. Back into the middle. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Looking for the run. Oh, that's clever. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Pirlo. Very nicely done. Oh, well played.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Irwin. Just about up to 75 minutes. Can he get it through? And the shot! And it's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him. And his response, absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Substitution for Milan, number 21.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 18.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Rashford is onto it in a flash. Pass somewhat off target. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And he has been fouled there.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And this is the big chance.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
He's trying the shot. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Cafu, who does have an assist to his name. João Neves. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. He's in a great position here. Tries to pass it through. Turns and goes back. And that is as far as it goes. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Barcelona finding their passes. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. By any measure, those are pretty special numbers.
Why, he's very much adored. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Van Dijk with the clearance. Raul.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Owen. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Lewandowski. Rafael Leao. Jorginho.
Rijkaard.
Raul. David Villa. No way through. Not the most accurate pass. Adams cuts it out. Half an hour played now. Nicely weighted ball. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Jordi Alba, great ball, and he's in here. Chance, surely! Goal, Milan! First blood drawn. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Rafael Leao. He's found a way through, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And we have our very first corner. And he can clear it away. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, strongly challenged there. And that's been intercepted. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. And it's Lewandowski.
And he cuts out the supply.
Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Cross goes in there, climbs up big! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Owen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And here's Jorginho. Cafu gets a foot in here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Messi. Shot could be on. Crosses it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Knocks it out wide. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Pelé. Passes coming off in quick succession here. No, that's been intercepted. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Raul, and he's had it nicked away. Played into space. Milan still ahead by the game's only goal. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that has found him in acres of space. And that has been cleared.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Lovely feet. Well, that is a good challenge from him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Owen claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Please watch the screen.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Isco. He's the one with the magic feet, Peter. He's the kind of player who can change a game with a single touch, unlocking a defence or creating space to get a shot away. I'm assuming that he's been tasked with being the creator-in-chief here, and you can see him picking out runners and setting up people in that final third.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Owen. Cafu. Milan are looking to break at pace. Owen, and he's cut it out. Pass somewhat off target. David Villa. Now it's Villa. Milan finding their passes. Isco.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And it's Belletti. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Park Ji-sung. Xavi. Oh, good spread. And he was quick to react. Keeper's got good distance on that. Approaching the half-hour mark. Park Ji-sung. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Owen. Now it's Raul. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's put paid to a promising move. Belletti. Isco. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And it's Jorginho. Now it's Owen. Now it's Villa. Owen. David Villa. And he welcomes it in. Azar. That's a foul. No two ways about it. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Now it's Villa. Nicely shaped ball. And that has been cut short. Belletti. Xavi. Looking tidy in possession here. That's an imaginative pass. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Substitution for Milan, number 18, David Villa.
And the second half gets underway.
Number 8.
Milan really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
And here's Van Basten. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
There's the header! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Park Ji-sung. Hazard. Now it's Van Basten. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Owen. Great ball if he can get there. Pelé goes for a shot! And it's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden...
He's had a shot!
Jorginho made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Cafu has it out wide and in space. Costa Curta. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he cuts out the supply.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Milan looking to pass their way through. Raul. Oh, they could be caught out. Takes a shot! Shoots! Off the post! This looks promising. Raul! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution for Milan, number 21.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Number 15, Erling Haaland.
Roll! And one more try! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
2 minutes has been indicated.
That's a little off target.
So that's it, it is all over. Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Pelé claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Travel information is
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway.
Well, Peter, I reckon Dragan Stojkovic will be important here.
He's not the biggest necessarily, Jim, I suppose, but he is a multi-dimensional player.
Yeah, I think he'll have a busy time going past opponents. I think he has great ability to play anywhere across the front line and deliver key passes at the right moments, so that makes him stand out.
And his tendency is, of course, as his coaches have said, to keep things simple and to be utterly unselfish.
Yeah, it's certainly known for that too, and quite a rare gift in a player so technically accomplished.
Well read, nice interception. And here's Owen. Can he get on the end of this? Roberto Carlos. Well, that has not gone well. Cafu. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he's running through. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Milan really could have done without this. This to go one up. And Czech pulls off a sensational save. Oh, terrible pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Milan
Yet to have an attempt on goal.
Quality ball. Van Dijk makes the interception. Oh, easy pickings there. That is ended up in no man's land. Owen will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Raul. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Owen. 30 minutes gone. And here's Owen. And that has been clubbed away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Chouameni producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Taken back almost at once. Owen hurtling down that right flank. Griezmann! And that is doing no harm at all.
Griezmann probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Played into space.
Paris couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
He's in a good position here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And he's managed to get rid.
1 minute added time.
Pass somewhat off target. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And the shot shapes to shoot! Goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Raul. No, it's come to nothing. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, there's a probing ball. Threads one in. Brilliantly cut out. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Jorginho. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Jorginho! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And just like that, he's into double figures now. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Paris are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Thuram attempts a clearance, and they can counter here. He can run onto that. Oh, no joy this time. Raul. It's a searching pass. He's through here. Oh, well played. Schmeichel clears. He's had it taken off him. Raul. Pelé. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Substitution.
And now he has 2. Milan find a position of real strength now. There will be 4 extra minutes. Rijkaard. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Cafu. Now that looks a decent ball. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And that's that. Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Pelé picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything...
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Well, there's the unmistakable figure of Luis Suarez, the sharpest of sharpshooters, both for club and country, Jim.
Well, I'll add the word razor sharp to that, Peter.
And of course, when he moved to the Catalan capital in 2014, he became the last piece in one of the most feared attacking front threes of all time.
Absolutely, he made his debut a few months into the season, but didn't really get going until around the turn of the year. I remember their first home game of the new year in particular.
Oh yeah, when he scored the second goal that day, didn't he, against opponents he would go on to join, and of course with whom he would become a champion.
Tremendous. You can never be short of runners into space.
Snyder! Oh, it's hit the post! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That's good running with the ball. Now this could be a chance. Cross from Robertson. Quarter of an hour played. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Davids calmly anticipates.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Some front-footed pressing going on here. Now it's Bale.
That was lovely, that.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Jorginho is the team's great visionary. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best. It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Well, that has not gone well. Could move up a gear here. And it's Snyder. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Short changes him with that pass. Xavi. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Jorginho. Schneider. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Owen. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Bale. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's lofted through here. Now this could... Bale! They've scored! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Park Ji-sung showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Owen. He's had a shot! He's scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch.
There's the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso. It's a goal kick. Now it's Bale. Now it's Bale. Bale looking to penetrate opposition lines. Davids.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. And here's Aubameyang. The message is clear, none shall pass. Rijkaard. Aubameyang. Bale on 2 now and looking for 3. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Jorginho. Schneider. Milan finding their passes. Lobbed in behind. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Bale. Pepe gives no quarter whatsoever. And here's Bale. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball has bounced loose now. Park Ji-sung. And that's that. Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Milan really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.